Welcome back to Ready, Set, Sold. Thank you so much for joining us. And now we're at the tip of the week, the $5,000 tip of the week to be exact. And this one, if you listened to last week, if not, again, you've got iTunes, Google Play, we have podcasts. You can go back and check it out. Even if you just do the tip of the weeks that we do every week, I think it would be well worth the time, the few minutes of time to listen to those can be a big advantage to you. Plus, of course, getting the book too, Ready, Set, Sold. .org, not .com, and getting a free copy. With that being said is, let me give you some scenarios that just happened not too long ago. Again, every situation is different, so I don't ever like to get into pricing, getting into numbers, because I think I don't want to give people a false sense that, oh, well, Bryan said, this X amount of dollar home that you can take this much off or you can negotiate this much. Again, that's an individual situation. There's no two deals that go together exactly the same way. So I never want to give that type of information out. But in this situation, what happened was there's buyers, and they don't happen very often. They really, really don't. But sometimes there are buyers that just looking for a deal and just seeing if they can get it. Doesn't mean they expect to get it, but they're just hoping they can get something. In this situation, the story went that there was a buyer. They found a house, middle of the road, nice home. They put a low offer in. I mean, it was that. It was a very, very low offer. The sellers got very upset. They refused to even counteroffer, and that was it. That was done. And these buyers weren't deterred, looking for somebody who wants to wheel and deal. They went after another house. Same results, basically. The seller said, absolutely not. I'm offended. And don't get me wrong, I get it. It's kind of a personal thing. You've put a lot of sweat equity. You've done a lot of work to your home. You lived there for a long time, kept it up. But they said no, they're not going to happen. The third house, and no, this is not a joke. It just happened at the third house. And I will say that the agent involved with this was saying, look, I'm going to give you one more time because, this isn't working too well. This situation, same situation, put a low ball offer in. This time, though, the seller responded back. And they responded back. They didn't take much off, but they took something off. They engaged with the buyer. Long story short, yes, it took a few more rounds of negotiations, but the seller sold their home within 2% of asking price. What is the moral of the story? Very simple. In the tip of the week, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by negotiating, even with low ball offers. It doesn't matter what the offer is. Even if you don't like the offer, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. So again, understanding is hopefully your agent's giving that same advice is always engage, always engage, always engage. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Hey, you've been listening to Ready, Set, Sold with your host, Bryan Vogt. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us.